Yo. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites, you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't even try me on the mission. Telling Israel to repent before your comments. Every city on the corner in your hood is where you finding us. Casting out imaginations, Christians might not like it, but we raising up an army exceedingly, we are rising up. We all about the mission, we living until the kingdom come. Destroyed for lack of knowledge, so that's what we here to give it up. Blessed for the people, cause although we have no equal, we out here living so evil and comfortable living feeble. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites, you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't need to try.
Hey, shalom.
Oh, I thought he was gonna have the horns.
Dang, ain't got no horns. What's going on back there?
Ain't no Benjamites in there.
Oh, DJ Dapper Dan ain't back there today.
Yeah.
That's why. DJ Dapper Dan is not in his proper place. He's out of his elements.
DJ Wolf.
So who they got back there doing it? DJ Dapper Dan. Who they got back there?
We got Soldier David.
Soldier David back there. All right, we'll see that. He used to bump him back there. We gonna see what he about.
Man.
Hey, shalom, y'all. We started a little late. IT having a little problems. We trying to get some new stuff for y'all on the show as we told y'all a few weeks ago. But we gonna get it rolling. It is 7:39 on Sunday. So you know what time it is. It's time for the Lionz Den Radio Show. Yes, sir. I ain't even catch Patient Saints today. What? Y'all call Patient Saints? Nobody called. Everybody was traveling today.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get started real quick. How was everybody week? Officer Daniel, how was your week, man?
It was good. Went to VA this week.
Okay.
Newport News.
Yeah.
Went out to camp. Hold up. I forgot one thing. So my first time ever going on the trip,
Right.
getting in traffic,
Yeah.
and literally parking the car for 3 hours.
Dang. Y'all put it in park.
We put it in park.
Dang.
For 3 hours, from 3 a.m.
Wow.
to 6 something a.m.
Y'all was in the same spot.
In the same spot.
Like literally the same spot.
Same spot, did not move. Everybody, we had Officer Alicia. He got his pillow in the driver's seat.
Wow.
Put the pillow next to his head.
Hey, hold on. His name is Elijah.
Elisha, my bad.
Please. He been here for a while. Please say his name right.
Elisha. So yes, sir. We he put the pillow on there and he fell asleep and we was knocked out for 3 hours.
Damn.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so.
That's crazy. So how was your week, Officer Abel?
Can you give me the music? Give me the music. The sad song music.
Okay.
Yeah. It was all right, man. But then I went to work and I thought to myself, I'm very sleepy. I should go to 7-Eleven, get an energy drink, right?
Right.
But my card was getting denied. I was like, what the hell? I know I got about $500-600 on me.
Right.
But then I checked my card and
Expired.
it was like flipped up inside down. That's $180 on that $500 and some dollars. Cause Esau was like, I'm gonna keep taking money out of this account till I can't. Then I looked and I had to call him up and tell him like, y'all need to do something about this federal government. They put the money back.
As you could tell,
this is a real story. I was mad as hell, man. They just kept taking money out my
What
account.
was they taking money out for?
They said it was some dispute that didn't go through. So they took, it's what that took one amount, but then they just kept doing the same thing over and over. I don't know if they put it on repeat or what the hell happened.
Officer Abel found out that he's supposed to pay bills. That's what happened.
What I found out is if your money is in the bank, it's not your money.
Right.
If it's at home, then it's yours. But it's in the bank, it's their money. They can do whatever the hell they want to do with it.
Damn.
I was like, thank God all my bills was paid. That would have been sad.
Yeah. So, Liaison, how was your week?
Shalom family. Week was great. Exceptional week. Visit the family up in Tampa.
Okay.
Was out of Tampa.
You went there yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It was good.
What made you go out there, man? You recruiting, man? They recruiting you?
Oh no. Just
Captain
go visit.
Tazwan, stay away from my men.
Yeah, it was good to go see them. Exceptional week, man. Just doing the work, Cap, and here we are.
All praise. Also, how was your week, man?
It was good. When Esau don't show up for 3 days, I'm good.
Yeah.
He can take the 4th of July holiday early.
Right,
I don't care.
Right. You gonna be at work.
I was good.
All praise.
When you ain't got Edomites looking over your shoulder, it's all good.
That's
all
right.
praise. All praise. How was your week, Officer Haziel?
It was an interesting week because the white men all ran out the building and left me in there. So,
Damn. So everybody's ready to celebrate the 4th.
yeah, I couldn't even travel. I looked up on the board. I said, "Oh, I'm going to VA," and I was like, "Oh, damn." It is what it is, but hey, it turned out good though. We got to participate in put the guns down rally up in Daytona.
Yep.
And it was bittersweet because, we got to speak. But as usual, as soon as you bring out the Bible,
right,
the black woman, Esau's number one disciple, comes in and tries to take away the word. So,
sisters, y'all got to repent. Sisters.
Yeah.
Y'all got to repent, man.
This thing is crazy.
Stop sticking up for the white man.
Right.
Hey, man, my week was good. Traveling. I think I've been in Orlando like 1 week this summer. So we've been traveling all over. All praise to the Most High. Hey, prayers up for the brother in VA. A lot of y'all know what. I mean, not VA, but in Kansas City. A lot of y'all know what happened. Brother got shot. All praise to the Most High. He made it through, came out. Hey, and he ain't the first and won't be the last. As Bishop was bringing out on the Sabbath, and his deacon brought out on the class. Hey, we are putting our lives on the line. But just a message to all you scoffers, you haters, you terrorists. Guess what? Y'all ain't stopping nothing.
That's right.
That's right. Y'all ain't stopping nothing. Brothers with the camp, just like we normally do, day in and day out. We ain't stopping. We ain't going nowhere.
Right.
All
That's right.
So understand, we will not be moved. We will not be moved. We will not be scared. We will not be intimidated. We're going to continue to push this truth. And like Bishop Kanah has brought out a few months ago, all we doing is waiting for the white man to come out. Because we know y'all have to kill us.
Right.
Like y'all have to. They try to figure out a way to put us away without. No, y'all have to kill us.
Right.
So we just waiting. It is what it is. Sisters, don't cry. Don't cry no tears. Brothers, get your insurance so your family's taken care of. But that's what it is. It is what it is. Give me that. And I want where John was beheaded for telling Herod for adultery. Yeah. This is what a lot of us, and as Bishop been bringing out, it won't be all of us, but what a lot of us is going to receive for pushing this truth. And this is why the Christian church, y'all are a joke. All right, y'all in there pushing this prosperity doctrine and prosperity gospel. That's not the truth. That is not the truth. You are not preparing your members for what's to come for the true believers of Christ. Y'all found it?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 14 and verse 8. Excuse me. And she, being before instructed of her mother, said, "Give me here John Baptist's head in a charger." And the king was sorry.
And the what?
And the king was sorry.
This is what a lot of y'all don't understand. They ain't even going to want to do it at this point. A lot of us, a lot of brothers that have wisdom, we are influential on the job. We are prized possessions on the job.
That's
Our bosses like us. Our co-workers like us. So if y'all brothers on the job and everybody mad at you and they sigh the second they see you, guess what? That's the wrong spirit you're rolling in.
All right.
That's the wrong spirit. Read.
Yes, sir. And the king was sorry. Nevertheless, for the oath's sake and them which sat with him at meat, he commanded it to be given her. And he sent and beheaded John.
And he what?
And beheaded John.
And he sent and beheaded John. Start at verse 3, though.
Yes, sir. Verse 3. Matthew 14 and verse 3. For Herod had laid hold on John and bound him and put him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife.
So he was put in prison before he was beheaded. Bishop went over that before. A lot of times we're going to be shot. We're going to be imprisoned. A lot of these, we're going to be whipped. We're going to be stoned. All these different things are going to happen to the true prophets of God. Ask yourself, when has T.D. Jakes ever said that to his members?
Hell no.
When has Creflo Dollar ever said that to his members? They are not, I don't know what Bible they reading out of, but it ain't this one. The doctrine that they pushing ain't the same doctrine that Christ pushed.
That's right.
And that the disciples and the apostles believed in.
That's right.
It ain't it. all this sowing a seed. When did Christ go into the church and say, man, we might turn this into a Christian
Bring it out,
pastor
Cap.
day. But it's just mind-boggling. Right. It's mind-boggling. Anybody that actually has read the Bible and you understand the Bible, where did this doctrine come from? Where did it come from that you just getting money all of a sudden? That's not in the Bible. But anyway, that's besides the point.
That's
we
righteous rant.
Yeah. Right.
That's
Shout out to Captain Get a Life. Shout out to Captain Get a Life. Yeah, that's my righteous rant for the day. But yeah, my week was good. So, Northern Kingdom, you on deck?
Yes, sir. Bring out that article. It's going into
2 seconds with a Hispanic.
every bite. We got to run through this. So, hey, Northern Kingdom, if you celebrate the 4th of July, you are in cahoots with the enemy. You're in cahoots with them that oppress your people.
Hey, what was the name of that? What was the name of that?
Stop being in cahoots.
Right. You're in agreement.
What
Yes,
was the
sir.
name of that policy that they had with Cuba? Like if they
Oh yeah.
They had the
That's in Puerto Rico.
yeah, Puerto Rico. It's
Yeah.
Puerto Rico. Like
The
if they-
Jones Act.
The Jones Act.
Jones Act. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
So if you're celebrating the 4th of July and then you want to get mad about the Jones Act, you're a
Facts.
hypocrite.
Facts.
You're a
Hey,
hypocrite.
their 4th of July is our Deuteronomy 28.
Right.
That's what they're celebrating.
Yep.
All right, let's read that real quick. First paragraph.
Okay. All Americans are born on July the 4th. I'm sorry, the 4th of July.
All immigrants.
Immigrants.
What he said?
All Americans are born on July the 4th.
It is deep.
Bacon.
Hey, I had to give it a deep breakdown real quick. All right. I arrived in the United States as a child from Cuba
Scroll down.
and immediately realized there were things were different.
Wait. So he arrived from Cuba, right? Go ahead.
And immediately realized things were different here.
Right.
Nobody talked politics. It was a boring subject.
Nobody talks politics here because they already had a system going. The white man, you're coming into a nation where you think it's better for you, but he already has a system going that has nothing to do with you except for the oppression of your people.
Hey, and nobody talk politics with him.
Correct.
Esau got talk shows all day long talking politics. They got groups. They got affiliations. They just didn't talk about it with you.
You
my
speaking
friend.
Spanish? All right, then no.
He wasn't in cahoots. That's
Right. Right. All right, read. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Everyone went calmly about their business and trusted everyone else to do the right thing. Pedestrians walked in front of moving cars because of some abstract notion called the right of way.
All right.
I still can't bring myself to do that. The rules of social life were understood and internalized. Beyond that, it was up to you.
Because in this nation, again, it's running according to what they want. In places like Cuba, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, there's conversations about politics, poverty, imprisonment, because the U.S. has already had their footprint in there to destroy your people. But here you come wanting to celebrate the 4th of July and be in bed with the white man. Damn.
Hey, you know how I know that's true? I got a Cuban older brother, too. I work with at my job. He was the first one talking about, yeah, man, I'm doing this for the 4th, and I'm doing that for the 4th. And I'm looking at him like, you must have lost your damn mind. That brother don't talk about nothing relating to Cuba. Everything is, he's more American than the white man.
Right.
Damn shame.
So just to cut it to the point, let's go to where it says, when the disgrace of Jim Crow. Scroll down. It's below the picture of George Washington. When the disgrace of Jim Crow.
The disgrace.
Because it'll show. Yep. Because it'll start showing again. Y'all may want to go out,
It's right above
put some
the
hamburgers on the grill,
I see.
get the
All right.
fireworks, but you're celebrating the degradation and the destruction of your people. Read.
When the disgrace of Jim Crow's segregation needed to be atoned for and eradicated, we should have expected.
He says we, like he's already believed that he's American. He's already been indoctrinated into what these policies are. Read.
And certainly deserve rage and hatred for the oppressors from the black leadership.
For the who?
From the black leadership.
For the oppressors. So he acknowledges, he says we, right? He says we because he's an American, quote unquote. But the oppressors is the same white man that's celebrating the 4th of July.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
Instead, we got a magnificently eloquent preacher who practiced nonviolence and taught Christian forgiveness.
And that's where we fall off. Because the Christian forgiveness, along with you co-signing the foolishness of this nation, will have you will continue your slavery in this nation. You want to bring something out, officer?
You know what the Christian forgiveness is, right?
Go ahead.
Turn the other cheek.
Right.
Every time something happens to one of us, you see our whether it's a young man or a black woman come on TV talking about you just got to forgive. You know,
Right.
They could shoot up the church. You just got to forgive.
Right.
That's what the Christian forgiveness is.
Facts. Absolutely.
I got something real quick.
Yes, sir.
Real quick. Because we never was like let's forgive the heathens. We never was those type of people.
No.
Give me 2 Maccabees real quick. 1:27. Go 27 to 29. And see what our forefathers was talking about. What it was like, let's forgive these people that treating us bad.
Yes, sir. 2 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 27. Gather those together that are scattered from us.
So you got to listen to the scattered part. Our brothers, whether northern kingdom or southern kingdom, gather those brothers together. Read.
Yes, sir. Deliver them that serve among the heathen.
Deliver them that are working their behinds off, that are among the heathen. Read.
Look upon them that are despised and abhorred.
Because y'all know that we are hated. We always been hated, always going to be hated. Read.
And let the heathen know that thou art our God.
So we're going to let y'all know that the Most High God is our God and no one else's.
That's right.
Read on.
Punish them that oppress us.
Do what again?
Punish them that oppress us.
Did he say forgive them?
Punish them that oppress us.
He said punish them that oppress us. Read on.
And with pride do us wrong.
And with their own pride, the pride boys, they do us wrong. Read on.
Plant. Spoken.
And deliver us back to our homeland.
Yes, sir.
We don't worry about, we ain't, these brothers, hey, them preachers got us like stone cold dead, man.
Facts.
Like, in no other situation where you would be like, if somebody come into your house, take over everything and try to sell it back to you, we're not going to be like, hey, just turn the other cheek and just move on and forgive them for that.
Right.
But somehow they can teach that in the church and everybody be like, yeah, glory be to God. Then they start doing their little tap dances and that doom 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 music.
Exactly. If I get Proverbs 11 and 21 real quick. Proverbs 11:21 to back up what the officer was bringing out. We should not be associated with any of these observations. Matter of fact, God's grace for us is so good. Tomorrow we're going to be celebrating what? The new moon.
Right.
I was about to say.
So if you're an Israelite, you should have nothing to do.
He's ready to put you out.
I should have said, hell no.
We're celebrating the new moon. We're celebrating.
Hey, brothers gonna slip at the tongue. I'm under the table.
We're celebrating the new moon, right? Hey, so Most High put it out to, hey, if you know you're Israel, you know what to do. Congregate, fellowship with your brothers and sisters, and stay with these words of the Bible. Right. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
So although the immigrants coming from Cuba, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, anywhere, Northern Kingdom, although you may want to join your hand with the oppressors because you work with them, you want to, appease to what their needs and their mindset is. The Bible says what?
Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
They're going to be getting their payback from the Most High God. They will be punished. The real 4th of July and the real explosions happen when Christ comes back.
There you go. Hey, I want to, you said something about that article, how the brother identified with him being an American,
yes,
so
sir.
to speak. And this is from the Northern Kingdom standpoint.
Yes, sir.
Play that video of Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, yeah.
I said Lloyd.
Hey, Cap, it was I'm waiting till after you play this.
Go ahead, bring it out.
No, I'm gonna wait till you play
All
this.
right, cool. Play the video. Yeah, play that.
American. I'm an American. I was born on American soil. But I did go back to the motherland, and I love it. And made millions going back to the motherland. But I was born in America. When the Europeans came to the Native Americans, well, they like to call them Native Americans, but the Indians' land, we don't call them European Americans. So I don't want to be called an African American. I'm an American. You know what I'm saying? You can call me a Black American, but I'm an American. When I competed in the Olympics, they didn't say fighting an African American. They said that American that's fighting out of the red corner or out the blue
Still
corner.
nigga.
I love America. I love this country. I'm not an African American.
You see that? Now, the reason why he feel like that, he said, I went to the Africa, I made a lot of money. He said, I made a lot of money. He said, I'm not African.
Right.
I'm American. I was born here in America. Just because you were born here, I brought this out of camp, and I'm going to continue to bring this out. If the Jewish man was brought in Germany, he would not say he's a German.
Right.
I guarantee you that.
Nope.
We the only people that are still in the place of our captivity where we were raped, robbed, murdered, buck broken, discriminated against, redlined.
Right.
All these different, we can go through Jim Crow, black codes, all this different stuff.
Right.
Tuskegee experiment, smallpox, COVID, whatever, AIDS, crack, the war on drugs. We the only people that's still in the same place where all these things happen to us, and we want to lay claim to this.
Right.
No other nationality of people has done that except for us. Go ahead, Ops.
Yeah, the reason why Floyd think like that obviously is because of that money.
Yep.
If he wasn't oppressed like the rest of us, he'd be saying something completely different.
Right.
Yep.
But like we was reading in that article, the brother from Cuba, his mind state is just like an American, because when immigrants come to America, especially our people, they make them can you scroll back to the top of that article we was reading? It was a picture up there that
it's right
a
below the
caption
title.
underneath. Yeah, right at the top, all the way at the top.
Right below the picture.
Right below the picture.
Yep, yep,
Zoom
they got
in
an
and read
oath.
that.
Yeah.
They have to take an oath
Yep.
and basically swear to become Americans, swear to their philosophies, swear to their religion. Everything that comes with America, they accept it when they come here. Read that.
To become new U.S. citizen during a naturalization ceremony at Faneuil Hall in Boston.
Relating to what you see Floyd Mayweather just said.
Right.
Floyd Mayweather was born here because they gave him a little bit of money. He said, you know what? I love America.
Right.
So now you got Cubans who've been oppressed by Americans. They come to America and say, I love America.
That's a heavy point. Hey, go to 2 Maccabees 6:6. That's a heavy point, because a lot of times we overlook that naturalization period and becoming a citizen.
Right.
And what all they got to go through to become a citizen. They got to learn like the national anthem. They got to learn the history, English. They got to take that test, all of that stuff. So after that, guess what you feel about who you truly are. You don't give a damn about that.
You dismiss it.
Right. You like, nah, I'm an American.
Right.
Go ahead, read that.
2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days.
You see that? Once you take that naturalization, it ain't lawful for you to do your own thing. Now you're gonna do it what? The American way. Read.
Or ancient feasts.
Or ancient feasts. Read.
Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
It's the same process that's taking place today. That what you're seeing on the screen is the Hellenization period today, and it's being done what? In the name of America. But that's the same thing. There's neither Jew nor American. That's what's going on today. And you seeing it. Bring that picture back up. Because
Scroll up.
we love to talk about Ellis Island, and we talk about how the immigrants came. Look at it. They are literally taking a oath to become an American. That ain't to be sworn in as the president. That ain't to be before you go to court. That's for you to become a citizen.
Right.
Neither was it lawful at all for a man to be called a Jew. You seeing it right before your eyes. The same thing that happened to Judah is happening to Ephraim.
Right.
That's right.
Hey, Cat,
Absolutely, that's right.
They do the same thing when you swore in for to get in the military. But you know what's so bad about the military? They make you swear to defend this country from foreign and domestic.
Right. Yeah.
They're like, if I tell you to, you killing your own people today, but foreign and domestic. That's what they'll tell you. And that's why that's why the Book of Revelation when they say, saying we're gonna I forgot how it goes with your right hand.
Yep,
I was just about to say that. What they got.
Go to Revelations. I was just it slipped my mind. Y'all was trying to speak. Y'all messed me up. Revelation 13 and 16. Bring the picture back up. Y'all, because the mark of the beast. A lot of people think it's a chip. No, it's a philosophy. It's a mindset. It's agreeing with American philosophies and doctrine. Read it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls all.
Read.
Both small and great.
Both small and great countries. Read.
Rich and poor.
Read.
Free and bond. To receive a mark.
Read.
In their right hand.
So this is just symbolic. We know it's talking about nations. We know it's talking about nations. But on a small scale, that right hand means what? They are taking agreement. They are taking a oath with America. They are laying in bed with America. They are taking what? The mark of the beast. They're saying, I'll celebrate July 4th.
Yep.
I'll celebrate Christmas. I'll celebrate Thanksgiving. Christopher Columbus discovered America. I'm with all of it. I want all of it. That is what you're seeing. Pull the picture up. Pull the picture up and read the verse again about the right hand.
Yes, sir. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
You see that? And in their forehead, because right now in their mind, it's red, white, and blue.
Yep.
It's stamped in their head. I guarantee you. They can see Joe Biden in their head. Oh, I love Joe.
White Jesus.
White Jesus. They can see John F. Kennedy.
Donald Trump.
Trump and everybody else. They see all of them in their brain. They so excited to become an American. All right, we got to move on with the show.
sir.
We got to move on with the show, y'all. Oh, I forgot. Also, we starting our 10 callers. Hey, the 10th caller today, y'all. We got a reward for y'all. Call in at 407-494-5479. The number, once again, is 407-494-5479. Somebody said they tried to call in, IT. So, as promised a few weeks ago, my IT team ain't all the way up to date yet. But we told y'all we're going to have some new stuff added to the show. We're going to get into our first segment, y'all. I ain't a big segment guy. But we going to go into our first segment, play that segue into the segment. This segment is called Driving While Black. Damn. Oh, we got a call. Oh, let's see. Let's take the call real quick. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Shalom, this is Brother James from headquarters.
Hey, shalom.
You were right about that. I remember when I was a security guard at the Labor Department, and every time you come in, you have to show your ID, right?
Right.
So I had another Kingdom brother come in. He didn't speak English that well, but I asked him for his ID. You know, he went crazy and ballistic on me. He threw his ID up there at me. He said, "Oh, I'm a citizen. I took the test. Don't treat me like I'm one of these other Spanish people." I said, "What are you talking about?
Right.
All it do is tell you to show your ID.
Right.
You don't have to get like that." Yo, this guy I had to almost call the police on him.
Damn. Yep, he was proud to be an American, man.
He pulled out his green card. He pulled out all his paperwork. Oh, I'm a citizen. Don't talk to me and treat me bad. Like I said, excuse me, sir.
White.
All I ask you for is your ID.
Right.
Like what's required.
Yep.
What's your problem?
That's the problem.
Hey.
That's the
Every
problem.
time he came in, he wouldn't even speak to me. He would just give me his ID and look the other way. And when I gave him his ID, he just walked away. He wouldn't even say hello or nothing.
Damn.
He felt that he was better. He was better than.
Right.
That's what happened.
Hey, two things about that though. You know, although they get that citizenship, they can still get deported.
Damn.
If you do certain crimes, Esau will still deport you. So it don't really mean a hell of beans.
Right.
You walk a thin line.
Hey.
Yeah, but they really proud about that citizenship.
Oh,
they really
yeah.
once they get that citizenship
I'm white.
and that paperwork,
Yep.
they really proud about that.
All praises. Hey, well, we appreciate you for calling in, Billy James.
All praises.
All right, Lionz, glad to see you back, huh?
Yes, sir. All praise to the Most High. I'm happy to be here.
All right.
Hey, y'all got the call? Y'all got the? Nah, we ain't got the calls up there. You ain't able to keep the track of the calls.
There was another one coming in.
Yeah. Nah. All right. Huh? I want to see it on the screen, man. All right, cool. Don't worry about it. We'll have it next week. But anyway, so the next section, before we get into it, y'all, we gonna go into sections. So the next one is called Driving While Black. So we know that things happen to us just because you're black. All right, hold on. Take the call first. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. My name is Janina, and I'm calling from New Jersey camp. Shalom.
Hey,
Most High in Christ bless.
shalom, sis. What's your question or comment?
Well, my comment is regarding driving while black.
Mm-hmm.
And what Bishop went over yesterday,
Right.
mental, how we don't even have to be doing anything, but you see a police officer
Right.
leaks away behind you, in front of you. Why do we do that? Like, and everybody does it.
Yep.
And it's not even taught. I didn't teach my children to be afraid. No one taught me to fear, but it's in us. It's in our DNA. Isn't that something? All praises.
All praises. Thank you for calling in, sis.
Shalom, sir. Most High
Christ bless. So, Driving While Black is the section where we're going to highlight the random atrocities that happen to us just because simply that we are the Israelites. We're black.
Right, you're black.
It ain't necessarily always going to be a traffic incident, but it's anything that just happens to us because we are black. All right, go ahead. Press play on that.
Right? You don't see people that get pulled over for traffic violation and end up dead. So you don't see other people that get their spine severed from their necks and be one place and another one in another place.
Hey, Yuri, I want you to add that soundbite where that police officer say we only kill black people. Make sure you add that to that thing. So this week's the first article dealing with driving while black. Let's read this right here. Bring this out. It's another atrocity that happened to our people. Press the video. Let me see. How long that video? No, I don't want to watch it.
2:21. Yeah.
Huh?
2.5 minutes.
All right, let's read. Let's just read.
Mississippi sheriff's deputies fired after black man alleged torture and attempted sexual assault in $400 million lawsuit.
All right. Take the call.
It's 3.
Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Shalom, leadership. This is Sister Keisha calling from Toronto. Most High Christ bless you all.
Most High Christ bless all the way from Toronto. What's going on, sis?
Yeah, all praises. You guys are still talking about driving while black, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a little story for y'all. I used to work at the Collision Reporting Center. So I work with the police. And I used to work weekends, and it was the graveyard shift. So I work until 12:30. So I leave work now, and I'm driving. Now, I don't know, like, how it is in Florida, but over here, you could tell, like, when somebody is black by their car. I would imagine it's the same way in Florida, too. So my car, you know that a black person is driving it. So I get pulled over by the police. And I'm in my uniform from the reporting center. And they said, yeah, we pulled you over because your windshield wipers are not the right size.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable. I ain't never heard that before.
Yeah, that's a new one.
You know, but yeah, that's what they said. So you can't be driving while black in Toronto with incorrect windshield wipers. That they pulled me over from the back. And yeah.
That's crazy. Yes, sis. That's
Very
definitely,
crazy.
you definitely got racially profiled.
Worried about your safety.
Definitely. Oh, this was years ago, sir. But I'm still, I'm still black. All praises.
Right. All praise, sis. Thank you for calling in, sis.
No worries. Shalom, leadership, Most High Christ.
Most High Christ bless, sis. So read that again. Read it strong for me, Daniel.
Gotcha. Mississippi sheriff's deputies fired after black men alleged torture and attempted sexual assault in $400 million lawsuit.
So it says alleged torture and attempted sexual assault. Now we're going to read this article, and I want y'all to see, is that evidence or is this just an allegation? Go ahead, scroll down. Let's read this story, man. This is a crazy story. Yeah. And notice where it keep happening in Mississippi. Yeah. Man, shout out to Captain Gedaliah, Officer Benai, man. Hey, y'all got it hard out there. Go ahead.
A Mississippi Sheriff's Department said Tuesday it had fired multiple deputies after 2 black men accused them in a federal lawsuit of beating, torturing, and sexually violating them.
Now, hold on. If this is an allegation, why are people getting fired?
Right.
Usually, if it's an allegation, you might get relieved on pay. What they call it?
Paid leave.
Paid leave. They got fired.
You're right.
Go ahead. Take the call. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Sister Kabini Keshi, calling from my St. Petersburg, congregate in Tampa, Florida.
All praises. Our Tampa brethren out there. What's your question or comment?
I was just calling in because I see my captain up there, and I'm listening to what y'all saying, and I'm really enjoying the segment.
All praise, sis. Well, we thank you for tuning
Yeah,
in.
and how they getting sworn in. Yeah, well, they're traitors.
Turn your TV down, sis. We can't hear you.
Okay, hold on for a minute. I don't know how to do the mute button. Oh, hold on.
It's like you mute the phone.
Yeah,
I think she muted the phone.
Yeah. All right. Hey, cut the call.
Is he still there?
All right. We'll let her call back if she want to call back. So it says, well, go ahead, keep reading, because we got to get through this.
Got you. One of the men was nearly killed when an officer put a gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger.
Now, is that an allegation or did it happen? He got a bullet, went off in his mouth, and they still got the nerve to put alleged.
That's attempted murder.
Only when you black, these things happen. Damn. That's why all the news that we finna show in this section only happens to our people. Notice it says they got accused of beating Rodney King, torturing all black people, and sexually violating them. Bishop went up. What's the dude name? Abner Luena.
Yeah.
Same stuff is happening over and over again. Bishop went over yesterday about buck breaking. Yeah. They're using the same practices that they used in slavery today.
Yep.
Ain't nothing changed. These people are the same people today that were slaving you back then.
Yep.
And guess what? I bet you 2 minutes before they pulled them over, they started shooting basketball with your young sons at the court, trying to act like they the friendly neighborhood policemen. And then 2 hours later, you shooting a gun off in a man. You putting a dildo in the back of another man. All this different stuff is going on from your friendly neighborhood white man.
Yep.
Hey, give me that scripture about he ain't right. His spirit is not right in him. Yep. Give me that real quick.
Back at 24.
These are the things that are happening to our people that nobody's talking about. Why Creflo Dollar ain't talking about this? Why TD Jakes ain't talking about this? We got to go to what's the brother name that bring out all the news on the show?
Not Philip Scott. I know you're talking about the other one.
the Jake brother.
Yeah, we got a show. I can't think. It's called Undisputed.
Yeah.
Why he got to bring out everything? Why LeBron ain't talking about this? You got it?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. But the just shall live by his faith.
So read it again from the top.
Yes, sir. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him.
His spirit is not right. All of them. It ain't one. Yesterday I'm at camp. This brother kept telling us, so you saying all of them? Yes.
Right.
Every last one of them. And guess what? If it's one that you think he all right in the spirit, that's because the Lord letting him be like that around you.
Right.
That ain't how he is with all his friends.
Right.
Because like I told you, I guarantee these police officers didn't do this every day. They wouldn't have kept the job this long if that was the case. But guess what? That spirit came revealed. And just like it says, as iron rusteth, so does his spirit. Yep. So does his soul. Eventually, it's going to come out. Keep reading. It says the two men.
The two men, Michael Jenkins, 32, and Eddie Parker, 35, filed the $400 million federal lawsuit against the Rankin County Sheriff's Department this month. The lawsuit describes the deputies' alleged actions as one of the worst and most bizarre incidents of police misconduct in United States history.
That's what I'm saying. Because didn't this just happen a few months ago?
Yes.
This happens all the time. They just broke a brother's face. Remember his tongue? Something happened to his tongue. Yeah. His eye was. This happens all the time.
Oh yeah, the four police officers went into his apartment.
Right, in the apartment, they beat him dead.
Yep.
I thought that this was it.
No, this is another story.
Right.
That's what I'm telling you.
What about Rasheem Carter?
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
What about Emmett Till?
Right. Go ahead. Keep reading.
Due to the recent developments, including findings during our internal investigation, those deputies are still employed by the department have all been terminated. Sheriff Brian Bailey said Tuesday, reading from a prepared statement. The department declined to say how many deputies were fired.
You see that?
Wow.
Go ahead.
Watch this. Watch how they finna lie, because this is a quote from the deputy. He says all of them was terminated. As we read on, remember that.
We understand that the alleged actions of the deputies have eroded the public trust in our department, added Bailey, who is named in the lawsuit. Rest assured that we will work diligently to restore that trust. Malik Shabazz and Trent Walker, attorneys for the two men, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The FBI, the Justice Department, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for Southern Mississippi have opened a federal civil rights investigation.
You read.
Rankin County, one of Mississippi's most populous counties, sits just across the Pearl River from Jackson.
You see that is right next to Jackson. All this stuff is happening in the same little area. Y'all ain't seeing that?
Yep. And that's 40 miles from where Rasheed Carter. Yeah.
Rasheed Carter, the other brother that got all this stuff happening in the same area. Go ahead. Stop bringing it off the screen. Leave it on the screen. Go ahead, read.
Its population is 74% white.
74% white.
And nearly 23% black.
And 23% black. Read.
According to the 2022 census. It abuts counties with large black populations in a state that has long contended with a violent racial history.
Violent.
That's a culture.
A violent racial history. Damn. Understand, ain't nothing changed with these people. Right. Ain't nothing changed. Go ahead, read that.
The incident comes in a national reckoning over officers' use of excessive force with particular scrutiny of the targeting of black people.
Mm-hmm.
Recent shootings and beatings, including the death of Adrian Murray in Indianola, Mississippi, and Tyree Nichols in Memphis, Tennessee, have again shined the spotlight on the issue after the country faced mass protests over the police killings of George Floyd in Minnesota in 2020.
So y'all keep wondering why these things keep happening over and over and over again. Understand, we are in the land of our captivity. Yep. These things ain't gonna go away. Y'all think y'all can vote the evil away? You can't vote the white man out of America.
That's just stupid. They've been wicked since they was born.
Right. It don't matter who you put in office. Right. It don't matter who you name city commissioner. Those things don't matter.
Right.
The white man is gonna be the white man.
Right.
That's like they say you can take the black man out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga. You can't take it out.
Can we read down there? It says, while the sheriff department would not say?
Yeah.
While the sheriff department would
telling them stop taking it off the screen. They keep
going down.
Yeah.
Come on, IT.
It says while the sheriff's department.
I don't see.
Scroll. It's like down. Right there. While the sheriff's department.
Oh, I got it. While the sheriff's department would not say how many deputies were relieved.
Remember, they said they fired them. They fired them, right, Reed?
A spokesperson said all those at the scene were fired after the internal investigation.
Reed?
The lawsuit said 6 officers were at the scene, though it named only 3.
Though it what?
It named only 3.
So it was 6 officers that was in there when that happened, but only 3 of them got fired. Only 3 of them was named.
Yep. Scroll up. The officers put the 2 men.
Oh yeah, that's
the officers then put.
Oh no! Start up on that. Read the lawsuit. Yeah.
Okay. The lawsuit.
Start up on that. We got to read the whole thing.
Jenkins and Parker, who lived together at the time of the alleged assault, claimed in the federal lawsuit that deputies entered their home without cause or warning.
So they came into their house.
Yeah.
They came into their house. Brothers is at home in the peace and tranquility of their home, of being an American, or what y'all want to call.
That's a no knock.
Right. Read.
The deputies beat, waterboarded, stunned, sexually violated.
Hold on. It's so much stuff. It's so much stuff in small sentences. Read it again now.
The deputies beat
them.
Waterboarded, stunned them, sexually violated, and attacked them with racial slurs.
Give me that in Deuteronomy 28 about how they won't have no regard for the young or the old. These people are wicked.
Yep.
And y'all keep wanting to be their friend. How many stories we got to show y'all of this? How many stories? How many times do we got to show you the treatment of our people at the hand of our oppressors? You would think after watching Roots y'all would have been fine.
Right.
You would have think after seeing Django again, you would have been good. You would have think after watching 12 Years a Slave, after watching Amistad, after watching Life, all these different movies that keep illustrating in front of your face who this man is, and you keep running back to him. You keep saying, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. You keep doing it. You keep voting Democrat year after year after year. What's wrong with you? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of what?
Of fierce countenance.
Every story is the same. They say, man, they came and they did this. And it ain't nothing we can do about it. Because once they get you locked in, they are fierce people. Read.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
You see that? That is the nation that you're seeing on these police forces. And they getting their true spirit. They getting back in their nature of that hunter beast that they is. Like Scripture says, he was a fierce hunter before the Lord. That spirit of Nimrod, the spirit of Cain that's on him, that murderous spirit. And it continues to show itself over and over and over again. Go back to the article. Read the lawsuit alleges.
The lawsuit alleges that the officers lobbed race-based insults at the men and angrily accused them of dating white women.
They were upset because they're all sleeping with my woman. Give me Deuteronomy 7:3 real quick. So like we always say, the brothers and sisters that are victims of these crimes, we ain't saying they're innocent, but what we are saying is it's happening for us to wake up.
Right.
Because they very well are guilty 9 times out of 10. They be guilty of whatever it is. But the scripture says that this man has forwarded our affliction. They go further than what you're supposed to. Because guess what? There ain't no law in the Bible that says if you an adulterer, I'm going to stick a dildo in your booty. It ain't in there. It ain't in there. You get deaf. They forward their affliction.
Hey, you know they got this thing called, back in the 1600s, they had this thing called the Judas Cradle.
No, I don't want to hear about it.
Don't look it up.
Read that verse.
Look that up on your own time.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Read.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
You see that? If you ain't dealing with the white woman, you ain't got to worry about these things happening. You ain't got to worry about the white man showing up at your door with a furious anger to end your life. Go ahead, read the article.
The lawsuit alleges that officers lobbed race-based insults at the men and angrily accused them of dating white women. They allegedly handcuffed and beat the men before they shot them with tasers 20 to 30 times in a sadistic contest with each other as to which taser would be most effective when fired against these two
This
victims.
sounds like a slave movie to me.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
This sounds like a modern day slave whooping. That's what's happening. And they ain't got no repercussions of what's going to happen. Because we already know what happened back in slavery. I bet you I can beat them more. That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, read the officers.
The officers then put the two men on their backs and poured water on their faces in an effort to waterboard them. The lawsuit claims before they sexually assaulted them with a sex toy.
You see that? Y'all see that? This pedophile. Give me that in Deuteronomy 30, where that vine is as Sodom. This is showing you what in your right mind make you want to use a sex toy on another man?
Boy, you gay.
Yeah, you got a homosexual spirit.
Right.
You got the devil on it.
Go, it's Deuteronomy 32, and start at verse 32. Yeah, Deuteronomy 30, start at 31. Deuteronomy 32 and 31. Read that.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 31.
This is the spirit that this man rolls in. Read.
For their rock is not as our rock.
Their rock is not as our rock. Our rock is Christ. Their rock is Satan. Read.
Even our enemies themselves being judges. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom.
Their what?
Their vine is of the vine of Sodom.
Their root that they come from is a sodomitish root. That spirit of sodomy is in them. That's why here in America is known as what? Spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Because like Bishop brought out yesterday, Ever since slavery, you had Roman homosexuals roaming the plantations.
Right.
Who you got this week for me, Bob? I
Right.
got these $2. They were being disobedient. All right, grease them up. That's what the white man does.
Right.
To this day, homosexuals still doing the same thing. When they think they got 2 criminals, they think they can do whatever the hell they want to do with you. And it comes down to sex toys on another man. That's the spirit of them. Read it again.
Yes, sir. Verse 32. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah.
Read.
Their grapes are grapes of gall. Their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of dragons. And the cruel venom of asps.
And the cruel venom of asp. That's the spirit that dwells inside this man that y'all love to be with. That a lot of y'all gonna celebrate with tomorrow.
Yep.
You're gonna shoot fireworks together with them. Y'all gonna break open Heinekens and
How do you drink with a person
Bush
like that?
and what I don't even know the red Bud Light. A lot of y'all gonna do that tomorrow.
Gonna get me some beers.
Right. Y'all gonna do that with these men.
Hey, you could tell these brothers, these Edomites, is the scripture talks about prideful. They did all of this with no thought of
no thought
that they was gonna get in trouble of it.
None.
Not in danger, not the least bit.
Nothing.
Because it's crazy. You'd have thought they would have killed him after doing all of this.
Right.
Esau like, nah, man, I'm gonna get away with this.
Yep.
That's why I like the point that also was bringing up. Like they're saying that they fired them, but then turn around and was like, yeah, most of them, or they don't want to give the names and things like that. I seen somebody post a while ago. They said, well, who's going to jail?
Right.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Investigations, after investigations. So you mean to tell me you find these brothers in the condition of the state they in, and you have to, have some type of investigation?
Right.
These,
there you go.
But what's the hypocrisy in this? To this day, we don't got no proof that Bill Cosby actually drugged no women.
Right. He already did.
He done did a bid, and they trying to bring up more charges.
Right.
And you got evidence. This brother probably got a hole in his mouth.
Right.
And obviously they examined him to realize they got raped.
Yep.
Right.
But they're allegations.
Allegations. Damn, that's a heavy point.
Stuff up, man.
Cosby did time already.
Yep.
What happened to having the body cams on the police officers?
Now
they just turn it off.
When they went in the house, they turned it off.
That's guilty, right? That should make you. I bet if that was a black man, they turn. Oh, you guilty?
Yeah.
Yeah, kick him out. He done.
Hey, them police officers was gangsters, didn't they?
Man, this is
That case
crazy.
could have been solved. In
Hey, go to
5
the next
minutes.
one, man, because we got 30 minutes. We're going to have to speed through. But I want that's a heavy story right there, man. That's a heavy story. Here we go. Read that. This is the next one in Driving While Black.
Black firefighter sues investment.
So now we show you the culture inside of the police department. Well, maybe it ain't like that in the fire department. Maybe the people that fight fires, they got a different spirit.
I don't know.
It's the same spirit. Go just read a little bit of this.
Look how she looked.
Gerard Jones, who joined the fire department in Rochester, New York in 2008, alleges he and other black firefighters experienced racism while they worked there.
Right, because they want you to do the same things they do. All I want to read is what happened at this party.
Yeah.
Scroll down. You read it?
Under that picture.
Yeah.
It's under the picture.
Okay, read
Black,
that.
upstate. That's all.
Yeah.
A black firefighter in upstate New York alleges in a lawsuit filed in May that he and his family have been harassed since he publicly recounted a party he described as racist that he was urged to attend last year.
Scroll down. I want they had the chicken and all that stuff. Yep, read
The
that.
lawsuit?
James alleged. No. Yeah, all right, yeah, that's what I want. The lawsuit, yeah.
The lawsuit also claims that the party had several elements Jones deemed racist.
So they invite him into a party. It was the first year of Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
The first year of Juneteenth. Listen to how the white people celebrated Juneteenth.
including buckets of fried chicken.
So at Juneteenth, they invite the one black man in. They got buckets of fried chicken.
And party favor bags packed with Juneteenth themed cups and bottles of Hennessy cognac.
So they had fried chicken and cognac for the brother to celebrate the Juneteenth. That is how the white man does. Now, can you imagine going to Holocaust Day? They probably got a day or whatever, and you got ovens
and grills.
And imagine what would happen if we did that.
You're gonna see
And
Jonathan
lampshades.
Greenblatt,
right?
Some lampshades in there.
You're gonna have $100 million lawsuit. You're gonna be fired. you're going to have to take sensitivity training, all that stuff. But the white man does it. It ain't nothing wrong with it. What's wrong? What's the problem? Why are you being upset? That is the difference. This is not our world. Y'all got to understand that.
Right.
Go ahead. You guys not on that?
Yeah, grab Ciroc 27. Because, like I said earlier, this is their pride. This is their pride. You go invite this brother to this thing, ain't no damn what they doing. And you know, I'm quite sure when he said this, everybody looking around like, well, what's the problem? It's just chicken. It's chicken and watermelon. Well, what's the big deal, right? Ciroc 27 and read verse 28.
Yes, sir. Ciroc 27 and verse 28. Mockery.
What?
Mockery.
Mockery. This is what they do to us. You got the first time you celebrating Juneteenth, and they bring this brother here, knowingly know they're going to mock and make fun of him. Read.
Mockery and reproach are from the proud.
From who?
From the proud.
From the proud. You read Obadiah, it says Esau is a prideful man. Read.
But vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them.
Right. That's when the Lord returns and brings back swift justice to them. Right. But I just want to read that top part because it's not just with these kind of events. It's across the board they mock at us. I even seen them, the Edomites, they died in that submarine thing. They made a meme and put George Floyd's face talking about, I can't breathe.
Yep. Wow.
Mocking.
Go to the next one. Go to the next one because we're running on time. Hey, remember, you want to call in 407-494-5479. That's 407-494-5479. The number is right there on the screen. What we got next? What is it? What is it?
Paul Bearer killed.
Oh, yeah. Pull that up. Play the video.
Final goodbye to her 10-year-old daughter is now grieving the loss of a good friend after shooting at her child's burial. Ariana Davis was shot and killed on Mother's Day in Northeast D.C. when a bullet came through her family's car. Yesterday, tragedy struck again as Ariana was laid to rest. A dispute between rival funeral homes erupted in gunfire.
Oh, hell no.
Pause, y'all.
Nah.
Can't even die.
This is the nonsense that our people deal with. How the hell you got rival funeral homes shooting and killing each other?
Damn.
What the hell is
Wow.
that? Only in the black community do you see this. Rival funeral homes. This is something you see that the Wayans brothers put in the movie.
Right. Make a joke about it.
Right. I can't even see that in the movie. That would be funny as hell in the movie. But this is real life.
Right.
That's crazy.
This is real life. Hold on. Go back and play it again for the people. Y'all think we make this stuff up.
Curse coming in.
A tragedy struck and killed on Mother's Day in Northeast D.C. when a bullet came through her family's car. Yesterday, tragedy struck again as Ariana was laid to rest. A dispute between rival funeral homes erupted in gunfire at Washington National Cemetery. It ended with the death of a close family friend who was serving as a pallbearer. News 4's Paul Wagner has the emotional conversation with Ariana's mother and new details on the arrest of the man accused of pulling the trigger.
Wilson Chavis, according to police, had a long-running business dispute with people who were preparing to bury Ariana Davis at a cemetery in Suitland, a dispute that escalated at the gravesite with ugly words. According to a court affidavit filed in the case, Chavis first exchanged words with one man who walked away. The documents allege Chavis then pushed the pastor conducting the service, identified as Joseph Fletcher, who spoke at Davis's funeral earlier in the day. Investigators say Chavis shouted, "This ain't your expletive funeral home," and then tripped over the lid to the grave and fell. Police say he then pulled a pistol and fired.
When we arrived, we found that there was one adult male and one adult female that were suffering from gunshot wounds.
Wow.
The adult male subsequently was pronounced deceased.
Prince George's County Police have identified the man who was killed here at the cemetery yesterday as Ronald Stephen Banks, who was a pallbearer in Ariana's funeral. Ariana's mother tells News 4 that Banks was a good man who had stood by the family since Ariana was killed. She says the woman that was wounded is a cousin. In a brief phone interview this morning with News 4, Ariana's mother said Banks tried to intervene in the dispute when he was killed.
I'm so traumatized that this happened at my daughter's burial site. I didn't even get to lay her down, even to put her in the ground, and another incident happened.
Pause.
This is so
This is the estate of our people. This shows you how low we are as a people. Show me where the Jewish people are going through this in a funeral. Well, somebody died and then somebody else ends up dead at the funeral. Show me this with the Chinese man. Show me this with the white man. Show me this with the nobody else. This ain't happening with them. Only with our people.
Right.
This is showing you that we are the Israelites.
That's right.
If there's ever a people that are lost, we are it. That's why God says we are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right. We can't even put our own people to rest. The scripture says rest in peace. Well, not the scriptures. That's what people say. They say rest in peace. We can't even do that. Where's the street code amongst our people? We don't have any. We don't have any at all. Give me Jeremiah, Sodish people. Jeremiah 4:22. Give me that. Jeremiah 4:22.
Sir.
This is showing you who we are as a people. This is part of the lowest story I've heard. Out of all the bad stuff that Esau doing to us and all that, this is even worse than that. Because you got people dying senselessly for no reason. No reason at all. Go ahead, read that.
Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish.
My people is what?
My people is foolish.
This is foolish behavior. What in your right mind would make you go to your business, because you got a business beef, that you're going to settle it in the middle of somebody's funeral? Where's the mindset of respecting the dead, respecting your elders? Where is it at?
So it was one funeral home against another.
One funeral home against another. Read.
Damn.
For my people is foolish.
My people is foolish.
They have not known me.
They have not known me. Read.
They are sottish children.
They are sottish children. That's why the scripture in Luke, it says that we are like children playing in the market. This is what children do. Oh, you took my toy. Oh, going back and forth. To the point where you can't even respect that somebody's trying to be laid to rest. And now you got somebody else of our own people dead. On your selfish, covetous behavior. Is that it on that?
Oh, no, sir. It's a little more. And they have none understanding.
They have what?
They have none understanding.
They have no one. That's why it says the children of the darkness are wiser than the children of the light.
Right.
I know in movies they'll show people getting shot at funerals, but the mafia bosses and all that, they'll know exactly who killed, but they'll let you have your burial. They ain't gonna bother you then. It's like, we gonna get that nigga when we see him, though. Right. Tony.
They know.
When we see him.
There's a code of ethics.
Right. No women, no kids.
Right. No women. Yeah, right, exactly. What it say? Foolish, stupid. Right, yeah. There's no code or ethics or anything for black people. Right. We don't have anything. We sottish children. Was that it on? Read.
And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil.
They are what?
They are wise to do evil.
They are wise to do evil. Read.
To do good, they have no knowledge.
You see that? To do good, we don't have no knowledge of it. None at all. Y'all have something on that? No, let's take the call real quick. Because we got to get through a lot of stuff. We ain't even touch affirmative action. Hey, shalom. Most High in Christ bless. What's your name? Number, where you calling from?
Shalom. My name is Kaylin.
How you doing, Kaylin?
Sir?
How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
What's your question or comment?
I just wanted to say that you guys are the best and that I love you guys.
All praise.
Much.
All praise.
All praise.
And
all praise.
Just want to say, these people are really scary and stuff like that. But I really do love you guys, and I can't wait to come congregate.
All praise.
All praise to the Most High.
And it's a little voice like that'll make us go harder for the street.
Right. 100%.
They count on us.
100%. Hey, go to the next. Y'all have something on that? Y'all said. Go to the next article.
Yeah, keep it going. I got it.
What we got? We got to go to the next section.
Next segment.
Yeah. We gotta pull up the segment first, though. Y'all gotta pull up the segment.
Glory. Glory.
We're going to the glory of the Grecians.
Not Gary. Glory.
Not Gary with the T. Where's the glory of the Grecians?
I was about
segment?
to ask if this is a salmon fish section.
Fish.
Well, the Grecians.
All right. Glory of the Grecians.
Their Greece.
So this is where we're going to give our sports news.
Political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
You're black.
Like, no. No, you gotta apologize. Obviously, the bosses wanted you to say something. No, they don't. I am white, Shannon. All right, glory of the Grecians. So this is where we hit our sports news that's happening in the news. So let's show y'all what's going on in the world of football in the HBCU.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
Gary with the T. Is this the story? Y'all clicked on the wrong story.
Definitely not Gary with the T. Maybe he was giving a report.
Gary giving the report?
You to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all. Ricky Smiley, the morning show, 6 minutes after the
This
hour.
ain't the right way. Take this off. Take this off. Take this off. Take this off.
Somebody wanted to hear that.
Come on.
It does go along in the
It do. Scroll down.
spirit.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Spirit of the
There you go.
There it
It's
is.
the story, guys. It's the story you're supposed to read.
It is a big day, y'all. We got
Scroll down. Thank you. I want to read.
God. They wouldn't have Gary giving a report.
There you go. That's the story we're going to click on. But we're going to read first because we out of time. So go ahead. Matter of fact, just click on it. We'll watch the first 2 minutes. It'll tell you what's going on.
We're back, and my next guest is scoring big wins, making headlines and history for this Instagram post. Take a look. Last month, Hampton University student and college football player Byron Perkins told his followers, quote, "I've decided that I'm going to make a change and stop running away from myself. I'm gay. Let it be known that this is not a decision or a choice. Yes, this is who I am.
Bruh.
This is who I've been, and this is who I'm going to be. Simply put, I am who I am."
So,
with those words,
the brother came out as a homosexual and a college athlete at an HBCU. Now watch this, y'all.
Yes.
I want to show you his partner. Scroll down.
Don't tell me he white.
Scroll. God doggone it, IT. Scroll down. Bum, 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 bum.
The big reveal.
Oh, he's a Don Lemon type of dude.
Look at his boyfriend. So he came out publicly with his boyfriend, and it's a white man. Told y'all that spirit of Sodom always comes. It always comes when Esau is around.
Cap.
Yep.
You know what's crazy about this? Yes, you're a homo. We know.
Right.
But it's at an HBCU.
Right.
HBCU.
Right.
And then they try to say he's the first openly gay athlete at HBCU.
Right.
What's the dude from the Rams?
Yeah, Michael Sam.
They doing this because they trying to push that sodomite agenda amongst the black people.
There you go.
We know what you doing, Esau.
Yep.
You can't fool the Israelites.
That's an old story.
Yeah.
That's an old story. That ain't new.
And next thing you know, the first openly gay Greek, black Greek letter organization. Man, come on. We know what y'all trying to push.
There you go.
You finna pull a scripture?
Yeah, go ahead.
Second Maccabees 2 and 4. Second Maccabees 4 and 9. We know what agenda y'all trying to push.
Yep.
And look, this ain't nothing new, but we gonna keep teaching our sodomite brothers and sisters because, bro, you gotta repent out of that lifestyle.
There you go.
You know, now that you bringing it out, we gonna come teach even harder. We not finna allow that thing to happen. 1 month after Pride Month,
right.
You know, you gotta and then nobody say nothing. You got the white boy pushing sodomy at a HBCU.
Yep.
It should have been a damn uproar at that campus.
Should have been.
Second Maccabees 4 and 9.
Yes, sir. Second Maccabees chapter 4, verse 9. Beside this, he promised to assign 150 more.
So this Jason, he's setting up sodomy. He's setting up the conversion of our people to the Greeks. Come on.
If he might have license to set him up a place for exercise and for the training up of youth in the fashions of the heathen.
You hear that? Training up the youth in the fashions of the heathens. You got a white boy on a black football. I don't know if he on a football team or not, but that's what he doing. He training up our youth in the fashions of the heathens. Cap just read it, how their vine is as Sodom.
Right.
So they've been trying to push this from the beginning. Come on.
Yes, sir. And to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochus.
Keep reading.
Which when the king had granted, and he had gotten into his hand the rule, he forthwith brought his own nation to the Greekish fashion.
You see that? Our people have been brought to the Greekish fashion since the beginning. Not only that he playing football, because that's a Greekish fashion, but now he playing football and he committing sodomitish acts.
Yep.
Is it more on that?
No, sir, that's it.
100%.
Let me get one real quick, because as we see that the spiritual Sodom agenda is starting to spread rampant in your U.S. of A., your America that you want to celebrate, right? But guess what? God has destruction for America with that sodomite agenda. Go to Jude verse 7 real quick. Because a lot of people are caught up in that lifestyle and they think, oh, nothing is going to happen to me. Jesus is okay with being gay. That's what they say nowadays. But guess what? We're gonna show you. We're gonna show you in the New Testament that ain't going down like that in the end. Come on.
The book of Jude, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example.
They are set forth as an example that homosexual, the LGBT lifestyle, the sodomite lifestyle, the way that they were living in Sodom and Gomorrah was set as an example. What?
Suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
So they were destroyed in the end. They were destroyed for living that lifestyle. So we are out here telling our people, repent from that, come out of that lifestyle, and live righteously according to the Bible, keeping the commandments of faith of Christ.
What?
Wait, what happened? He ran out of tape?
He threw me off when he did that.
All praise, all praise. Nah, you 100%. Hey man, but go to the next one. Go to the next one. Don't show Kyrie. We gonna skip that today because we gotta roll. We gotta roll.
You got that extension?
Yeah, I wanted to show that, but we go to the next one. Well, nope, we ain't showing the commercial. All right, there we go. All right, let's play this. So, if y'all haven't heard right now, affirmative action has been repealed. They say black people have received enough benefits. It's time to take y'all benefits away. The Asian Americans are not receiving right treatment. Time to take away affirmative action. Go ahead, press play.
I imagine students are just getting this news as we are, but have you heard any reaction so far?
Well, Savannah, people woke up this morning and were ready for this. Students knew this was coming. In fact, they've been preparing for this moment for years. They knew from the earliest stages of this lawsuit that it was going to wind its way up to the Supreme Court, and that very likely this was going to be the result. It still feels like a gut punch. That's the kind of language I'm hearing from students that I've been talking to this morning, that they're devastated, they're distressed, not really for themselves, but more for the generations of students coming up behind them. For many of the minority students, not just black students, but for Latino students, Native American students, Native Hawaiian students who come from communities that have historically been very underrepresented at Harvard and schools like Harvard. They're particularly worried about kids like them trying to get access to these schools in the future. And they often point to California as an example that's fueling those anxieties. And that's because more than 2 decades ago, what we saw happen in California's UC system is that when they did away with affirmative action, minority enrollment in their elite public universities there fell by about 50%.
Damn.
Those were very
So when they repealed affirmative action, 50% of the attendance of minorities fell.
Gone.
When the government said you ain't got to have them in there. What is that letting y'all know? That they don't want you there.
Right.
Unless they got a law that say you got to come in here or I got to hire you, it ain't going to happen. Go ahead. Click out of that. Now I want to go to the next one. Because I want to show y'all we ain't got a lot of time. We got a lot of time. Now let's show you, why did affirmative action even start?
Right.
Go ahead. Understand why the white man does everything.
Action began as riot control.
Pause. Affirmative action began as riot control.
Damn.
This was something that was given to us to appease the black man and calm us down. When you read Genesis 49, it says the lion. Read it real quick. Read it real quick about how we acted in the 60s and 70s before we fell asleep.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp.
Judah is what?
Judah is a lion's whelp.
Judah is a lion's whelp. There was a time when we was wild out here in these streets. These men now that when you get shot, they say, that's why y'all shouldn't be out there like that.
Right.
They forgot about who he is. Our true nature. Read.
From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion.
He crouched as a lion, read.
And as an old lion, who shall rise him up?
You see that? Now we like an old lion. who shall rise him up? The prophets are doing that now.
Right.
We rising up the spirit of our people to put them in that spirit of, like Bishop Yawasop said, what do you say? Defiance in
discipline.
Defiance to the white man's religion and doctrine. Now we rousing ourselves back up, but we fell asleep. What we showing you right now, this is how we was when we was at Lionz. Go ahead, press play.
Was up in flames. Bed-Stuy was up in flames. Newark was up in flames. And if we don't do something to bring in young black people to the mainstream economically and educationally, we're not sure the society will hold together.
Pause. Black people, they didn't even talk about Hispanics at that time. The black people were killing America. America was not going to survive if they didn't figure out a way to assimilate us into this culture.
All right, exactly.
Go ahead.
The words affirmative action initially were attempts to deal with discrimination that African Americans face in the labor market. There were executive orders by President Kennedy and President Johnson which said employers had to make a good faith effort to use affirmative action in their hiring and recruitment policies, which meant they were going to try to recruit people who had once been discriminated against.
Pause. So they had to make it legal to hire you black men and black women.
Right.
If not, all of us would still be broke together. And guess what happened when they realized? They said, hey, forget about the black man. Let's make these black women, they more...
they'll support the cause.
They'll support the cause. They go harder than anybody. But watch this conversation that was had in this movie, and we're going to show you affirmative action. Go to Trick Baby scene. Because remember, it says if they didn't bring them in, if they didn't bring them into the educational system and in the economic system, that they were going to tear America down.
Yep.
Go ahead, press play on that video. This is the same conversation that they had.
Lifted them up, Howard. Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
Pause! Without affirmative action, Negroes became dangerous.
Right.
They were tearing down every city in America. But y'all think this is just a movie? Y'all think this is just entertainment. Art imitates life. Understand that. Press play.
Liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs.
Pause.
Jobs.
You give them jobs, political jobs, economic jobs. You give them the education that the good old white man gets in Harvard. Go ahead.
Oh, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
Pause.
Wow.
Only the smart ones, they move up. Because guess what? To be selected, affirmative action, you still got to be on point. You just got to be black. Go ahead.
Worse. No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him.
Pause.
He feels compelled.
That is why they gave Kyrie Irving another contract. Because they're like, hey, we'll give you another chance. Because he already got the money. If he want to go, he can go and he going to be fine. But they'll keep giving him more contracts if you just lay low, be quiet. Because you're good for the economy. Go ahead, press play.
Compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger.
Pause. He loses his racial anger. He will not be tearing down Bed-Stuy. He won't tear down Los Angeles and New Jersey.
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
When George Floyd thing happened, that's what we was seeing again. They was tearing down the place.
Right.
Affirmative action kicked in where a lot of these athletes, now they're getting $300 million.
There you go. All the contracts went crazy. Through the roof. Now they got the NIL. They made it legal for you to make money in college. They're like, we got to neutralize these Negroes. Press play.
He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
Hey, that's heavy, Cap. It shows you since 1968 when affirmative action was implemented. It shows you that they've been having this discussion for years. For years. Now that they've have a successful implementation of affirmative action, they got enough Negroes to submit and turn on their own people. Now they can pull it. Now they can pull that away and then see what happens. Now,
there you go.
Now it's just another test because they got they got all martial law and they got all these other things in place to see what happens. You know how when they start looting and rioting, now they go out there and tear gas and shoot them up and lock up more people. Now they got other things in place. The white man been cooking this thing for years.
It's the same conversation they had back in the day. Do we free the slaves or do we not free the slaves?
And that's what the war was about.
But they do that everywhere too, because even in the military, the first thing they say is that they demolish everything. They just go end up bombing everything. Trust me, I was on the ship and we were bombing so much, it was getting on my nerves. Right. And then they'll start saying, all right, so now we got to find a way to change their minds. Because you don't change their minds, you're going to be war forever. So they we got to change their mind. They be sending toys and try to change the women's mind to go against the men. They always use that. They use that everywhere they go. That's why in Iran the women got afraid when we left Iran. Not Iran, but Afghanistan. They got afraid because they were like, now the men gonna be back in charge, and they ain't gonna let us do that. They ain't gonna let us wear pants and take our head wrap off. They already knew that.
Hey, can I get one script? Yeah. Go to Deuteronomy 29 and 19 because, like you said, we've been indoctrinated to think that we can be able to integrate into America, right? So they introduced this affirmative action so we could feel comfortable and say, hey, I could be able to get the same jobs they could get. I could go to the same places I could drink out the same water fountain now. We's free, boss. Go ahead. Deuteronomy 29:19.
Deuteronomy 29 and verse 19. And it come to pass when he heareth the words of this curse.
So the curse in Deuteronomy 28, it says that we're going to go to our enemies for the want of all things. Come on.
That he bless himself in his heart, saying, I shall have peace.
The reason why we think that we have peace because the gift destroyed the heart. So we get those contracts, we get those high-paying jobs, and then we think, oh, we in, bro. We American now. Right, Floyd Mayweather. He's American now. Go ahead.
Though I walk in the imagination of mine heart. To add drunkenness to thirst.
So we think we are walking in drunkenness because now we think that we are part of America. We're blinded, we're stumbling at New Day, and we're being oppressed and we don't even know it. So this is part of our destruction of our people.
That's a heavy scripture. That go with that Isaiah 20:15.
Right. Now that is a heavy scripture. Hey, so y'all, it's 8:58. We're going to be respectful of Wisdom Crieth Out. Hey, we appreciate y'all for calling in. We didn't get out 10 callers today because we was rushing. So we ain't got to give y'all nothing this week. But next week, y'all, we going to be back. Hey, want to give a shout out to the IT crew, Officer Duell, Strong Guy Prophet, Officer Monica, Officer Yuri. Shout out to Officer Lizakar. David. Shout out to Soldier David. All praise to the Most High. Shout out to the cast, Officer Daniel, Officer Abel, Soldier Eleazar, Officer Lahad, Officer Yaziel. Shout out to the MOV for setting up the scene. Shout out to the sisters that's gonna cook. I think they cooked, so I don't know. They might have went to sleep this week. I don't see no food. Dang, nothing this week. Hey, shout out to the sisters anyway. Appreciate y'all. Most importantly, thank you to the viewers. We love y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in every single Sunday. That's right. Supporting the #1 show on Sunday at 7:39. All praises to the Most High. Hey, if you out there and you in a city with a school, go visit your school this Sabbath. All right, y'all. With that, we say shalom. Shalom.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word.